Hello students, welcome to English Shorthand. Today we are providing you a 80 word per minute president speech given at University of Iceland, coming in your way in 5 seconds. Start. I am delighted to visit Iceland. It is a country of warm people and spectacular landscapes. It is a country where society lives in harmony with nature, and it is a country with which India has a very special friendship. Our two countries share many facets. We both are deeply connected to nature. We both take pride in our democracy and in our ancient cultural traditions. Your lava plains and our basaltic Deccan Trap have the same genesis. We therefore belong to the same geological family as well. I thank the rector of the university for inviting me to speak with you. This esteemed university has given leadership and intellectual guidance to your democratic polity. Your president and prime minister have studied here, and so have several other leaders. Mr. Olafur Grimsson, former president and a great friend of India, taught at this university. As students, you are indeed proud inheritors of a rich legacy, and I am sure you will enrich it further. Ladies and gentlemen, Iceland has embraced nature like none other. It has shown unparalleled compassion to nurture it. I have therefore, as a tribute to your commitment, chosen to speak on the theme India Iceland for a greener planet. Mother Earth today is under stress. Climate change and environmental degradation pose a huge challenge to life. The beautiful glaciers that dominate this wonderful land are receding. I have been told that Iceland loses 40 square kilometers of glacial cover annually. In my own country, we are facing rapid melting of snow on the Himalayan peaks. This threatens not just our ecosystem but our complete way of life. I grew up on the banks of river Ganga in my native Kanpur. Rivers are sacred to us. They are intimately connected to our culture, our religion, and our social life. It was therefore natural for me, as with others in India and elsewhere, to develop a deep sense of reverence and respect for them. In the year 1972, it had been just over a year that I passed out of university. This was the time of the landmark United Nations Conference on Human Environment in Stockholm, which brought environment to the center of global discourse. Around the same time, we had a people's movement Chipko Andolan in India to save our trees and preserve our mountain ecology. The form of the movement was that people would embrace a tree and sit there in protest day in and day out to stop felling of trees. It was a unique expression of love for nature. A decade before that, Rachel Carson's book on environment, Silent Spring, had warned us of limitless exploitation of nature. At that time, climate change was not seen as one of the most pressing concerns, but we have come a long way since. Today, we have an increasing number of global forums where we are discussing environment protection, biodiversity conservation, carbon sinks, and green growth. And yet, despite extensive knowledge on the subject, we are witness to rapidly melting glaciers and ice caps, extreme weather events, depleting marine resources, receding forests, and shrinking of biodiversity. We are also equally aware of the enormous socio-economic implications of climate change, especially for the poor. Clearly, increase in knowledge and availability of scientific evidence have not led to adequate practical action to deal with climate change and environmental degradation. But we are on course, and Iceland is showing us the way. As a country, you have moved away from importing fossil fuels for electricity generation to producing 100% of energy from renewable resources. And all this has happened in a span of a few decades. What does it tell us? Clearly and emphatically that development and environment protection can go hand in hand through commitment and compassion, through technology and timely action, and through clean energy pathways and change in consumption patterns. We can make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, Iceland's green growth is a remarkable story. You are pioneers in energy and resource efficiency. Your people have found new ways to work with available resources and then innovatively scale them up too. I am informed that the 1907 a farmer ran a pipe from a hot spring to his farm to provide steam to his house. That idea today has led to geothermal energy revolution, heating 90% of houses in Iceland. The manner in which Iceland has pursued development in its fishery sector after collapse of its fish stock in the 1970s is worthy of emulation. India and the world can benefit from Iceland's expertise in sustainable fishing and fabrication of fishing fleet. Your waste to wealth approach in converting fish skin into leather and cosmetics also opens a whole new world of opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, To make the earth greener is a global challenge. It requires a global response. There can no longer be a path to development that does not factor in environmental considerations. We are deeply conscious of it. India is now the world's fastest growing major economy, and we require a huge expansion of our energy production. But we are doing it in a sustainable manner. Even as we grow, we are on course to meet our commitments under the Paris Agreement. I hope the dictation was clear and accurate. The PDF link of this speech is provided in the description down below. You may check your progress out there, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you haven't already. Thank you.